Boy Ansem here, providing a video in regards to a zombie build. I saw a question for me to build a zombie deck for them, so this is a zombie deck that I've created. Again, it's purely opinionated, so this is the deck that I've built. First off, Despair of the Dark. He's a 2800, 3000 defense monster. That when it's sent to the graveyard from your hand or deck by your opponent's special by your opponent's effect, you could special summon it. Next is Ill Bud. Ill Bud is a Gemini zombie. when you get him to the field, you have to second summon him on your next turn, and then you can, on your following turns, you can special summon a zombie type from either graveyard once per turn. The only drawback is that that zombie that it uses effect on is equipped to Ill Bud. So if Ill Bud gets destroyed, those monsters are destroyed with it. So it's good to pair it up with like Vampire Lord. It does not work for Spirit Reaper because Spirit Reaper cannot be equipped with anything. Next is Mizuki. Mizuki, when he's in the graveyard, you can remove him from play to special summon any zombie from your graveyard to the field. He is critical in any zombie deck, no matter what. Patrician of Darkness. As long as he's on the field with another monster, you can to select the attack targets for your opponent's monster. So if it's like Patrician and Spirit Reaper, and they try to attack Patrician, you can make them attack the Spirit Reaper instead. So he comes in handy. He's mostly a discard fodder if you need it, but that's what he's there for. Plague Spreader Zombie. He's a tuner. You can tune up your synchros, any synchro you wish. That's why I didn't bother building any putting any synchros in this deck right now, because it's all based on your player style and what kind of synchros you want to run. So you want your 6 stars and your 8 stars and your 5 stars synchros. When he's in the graveyard, you can remove one card from your hand to the top of your deck to special summon Plague Spreader Zombie to use his tuning effect. But if you do that, if he's removed from the field when you activate his effect, he is removed from play. So it's a good idea to pair him up with Mizuki, where you could remove Mizuki and bring Plague Spreader Zombie back out without using the effect. Next is Pyramid Turtle. Pyramid Turtle, when it's destroyed in battle, you can special summon a zombie type with 2000 or less defense from your deck to the field. You really should run 3 copies of him. I only have 2, but you should run 3. Next is Ryokoki. Just a 6-star, 2400, 2000 defense card. When he does battle with a warrior or spell caster type, you destroy that monster regardless of battle damage. So that comes in handy. Spirit Reaper to zombie, can't be destroyed in battle. If by chance you attack with it, they must remove 1 card randomly from their hand to the graveyard. He's mostly for defensive fodder. Vampire Lord, which is my personal favorite card. If he's destroyed in any other way but battle, he is special summoned to the field on your next turn. If he does battle damage, you can select monster, spell, or trap, and they must remove one of those types that you called out from their deck to the graveyards. It's a good way to, like, if you get facing somebody like me who uses minimal traps, get rid of the traps right off the bat. Granted, it doesn't, if you use a mirror, if he gets mirror forced on, if you attack, they flip a mirror force, he gets destroyed, but he comes back your next turn anyways. So next is Zombie Master, 1800, 0 defense. You discard one card from one monster card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon one level 4 or lower zombie from your graveyard to the field. They are not equipped. That's only for Ill Bud. Marshmallion can't be destroyed in battle. If it's face down, they attack it. They take 1,000 in burn damage. Again, this game's all about damage, so there's your some burn damage. Morphing Jar, I always carry with me. It's a flip effect. You flip it up, just discard your hand, draw 5. And your opponent does the same. Giant Rat. When this card is destroyed in battle, you can special summon one Earth-type monster with 1,500 or less attack from your deck to face up on the field. Typically, this card is going to search out your Pyramid Turtles, because your Pyramid Turtles are Earth-type. And then, lastly, to round off the monsters, is Sangan. Sangan, when it leaves the field, you can take a monster card of 1,500 or less from your deck to your hand. So that will get you your Giant Rat. That'll get you your Morphing Jar. That'll get you your Pyramid Turtles. Spirit Reaper, whatever you need at the time. Okay, next up is our spells. Book of Life, absolutely critical in any zombie deck. It is a special summon. They must have a monster in their graveyard to activate Book of Life. It revives any zombie type in your graveyard to the field at the cost of removing one of your opponent's monsters from their graveyard to out of play. Next is Call of the Mummy, another absolutely critical card for any zombie deck. If this card is face up, because it's a continuous spell, if this card is face up, you can special summon a zombie type, regardless of star level, from your hand to the field, and then you can normal summon after that. So you can bring out Despair the Dark, and then Pyramid Turtle right behind it, or Despair, or Patrician, and then Plague Spreader Zombie use its effect to synchro up a monster. So there's many combos you can need, but Call of the Mummy is definitely needed in your deck regardless. Creature Swamp, oldest trick in the book. Flip up a Scapegoat, put a token and attack mode. Give them the token, you attack the token, do damage on top of it to be the extra jerk mode, which is great because that's my style. Also with Sangan, Giant rat, pyramid turtle, regardless of how it's destroyed, they'd still their effects activate when they hit your graveyard. So no matter what, you're sending them your card, but they're going to your graveyard, so you can trigger the effect. Next is Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, you throw away a card from your deck to the graveyard. Typically, you're going to throw away your Mizuki. You're going to throw away maybe a Plague Spreader Zombie or a Patrician just to limit out, to weed out some cards. So, number of things you can do. Heavy Storm, core card in any deck, destroy all spells and traps on the field. Lightning Vortex, I personally run 2 copies. Discard a card, and then destroys all face-up opponents' monsters. Monster Reborn, revive any monster card from either graveyard. Mystical Space Typhoon, destroy any spell or trap on the field. Now keep in mind, it does not negate anything. It just destroys the card. It doesn't negate effects. Nobleman of the Crossout is a personal card I like to run in every deck as well. Any face down monster, it moves them from play. Flip effect removes all copies from their out of play, but it also affects you too, so be careful. Next is Pot of Avarice, and you really don't even need this card in your deck. I do just in case. Take 5 monster cards from your grave, shuffle them into your deck, draw 2 cards. So it's like a Pot of Greed with retrieval of monsters. Scapegoat again for the defensive fodder. Flip effect or flip spell, quick play spell card that summons 4 tokens. You have to have 4 spots free to do this. Now it says you cannot tribute them for a tribute summon. However, you can use their star level to synchro summon. So keep that in mind. Shield Crush destroys any defensive position monsters in your opponent's side of the field. Smashing Ground destroys a monster on your opponent's side of the field with the highest defense. Swords of Revealing Light, which prevents them from attacking you for 3 turns. And then lastly, because I am not a big trap user at all, Magical Cylinders, which protects a monster for a turn, reflecting battle damage to your opponent. And Mirror Force, destroys all attack position monsters in your opponent's side of the field. So these are what I would. This is what I run in my zombie deck. The only difference in my real life deck compared to the game one right now is I typically run soul absorbing bone tower. I run three copies of that because you cannot attack it when it's on the field with another zombie type, and every time I special summon, you discard 2 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard, and I would get rid of the 2 creature swaps and the damn Pot of Avarice for that. So hopefully you enjoy this deck build. Hopefully it does well for you as it does me. And as always, for you guys who subscribe to me here on YouTube, I thank you. If you are not a subscriber, please do so. And I look forward to answering more questions and do what I can for you guys. If you guys do have more questions for me, feel free to message me on Facebook at X3X Anthem X3X on Facebook, and I can respond to you faster. I only check my YouTube page once or twice a day, but I'm always on my Facebook. I go straight to my BlackBerry, so I get the messages right away, and I answer almost immediately, unless I'm driving or something's going on. All right, so I thank you guys, and if you have any other questions, feel free to like me on Facebook and shoot me a message.